What's up, guys? I'm Luespo. Today we're gonna watch this match that I did for Slifer Red Bracket. So let's go through the match. So I started second. Okay, I drew a pretty good hand for warriors. I have just one monster and lots of spells and traps, but in this situation, when you see Blade Knight, you want at least one judgment in order to set more cards. He started with an Upstairs Goblin and drew Thunder Dragon, so quite good for me. He discarded Thunder and that Thunder. Then he decided to set a back row and a monster. Quite good because I have Blade Knight. In this situation, I always think that the set monster has a low value in defense because he decided to set a back row maybe in order to protect him from a Blade Knight. But I also have a tribe to destroy eventually the spies. So I didn't decide to go for Rota, and I choose Blade Knight for these two reasons: the back row and the fact that I had tribe in my hand. I didn't think that it could be Magician of Fate because he had no good spells. So I try to attack the set monster. He used Phoenix. Then I decided to pass. I could set a Tornado, maybe, but maybe this is a misplay. But fortunately, having Tornado in my hand helped me in order to have more card and more possibility to avoid good card discarding. So I went for this Tornado, and I decided to discard the call just because I knew that my next draw will be Blade Knight, and I also have had reinforcement, so I was quite sure that I had enough monsters. So I tried to summon Blade Knight and beat for 1500. I didn't decide to waste my heavy store, such in case he played Royal Decree. I saw Dark Mimic, so I thought of possible control. Banish 2 and summon Black Luster. He attacked twice. Okay, there I think I should have kept my Heavy Storm, just because Tribe is has priority. So just Solemn could avoid Tribe effect. So yeah, definitely I should have kept my storm, because in this situation resolve the storm would be so strong. 2 cards for just 1 card. Then I decided to go for a 1/1. Then I drew Rota. I decided to not shuffle I decided to not shuffle my hand just because I want to let him know that I drew Rota. Make some sort of okay. He has a card in his hand that he cannot use, so maybe you know maybe as knock or something else. Then he beat for 1600 and set one card, was just a bait. Then I went for Blade Knight, tried to beat for 400 and set my mirror. This situation was so good. I had the Blade Knight and I can beat the Magician of Fate twice. In this situation I feel in a good position because I can use mirror and protect my Blade Knight, but I had also premature burial, so I could reborn him. I in this moment I understood that this card was a bait because he decided to not use it to protect Moth, so I could dust the second Batcore. Judgment, that the best card that I could drew in such situation. Okay, where I could use Solemn, I decided to not use it because I was thinking that after resolving tribe, he would move it in attack position and attacked with both cards. Fortunately, he used it just tribe, just because maybe okay. I know I was under 1600, so it was useless. But sometimes also other people makes mistake. I make mistake. So then I use Snatch to destroy Reaper, and because I lost Churota, so I lost Tribe, so I had just Sasuke in my main in order to beat it. Then he drew Knock, so useless card, and I won because I decided to use Solemn, obviously. For the next turn, I thought that he could use Decree. So I side out something such 5-6 traps, 2 tornado, 3 dust shot. So in my deck there was just 9 traps left, but I draw 3 traps. That was quite annoying. So I go for Great Keeper Spy and set 2, but he activated the creep. Then he went for Kaiku. Where I decided to not set Reaper, just because there's no reason. I'm still well protected with 2 spies. There's no reason. I was waiting for a good card. There I set DD Warrior Lady in order to banish it, because in this situation, Blade Knight is not enough strong, and I didn't want to let him know that I sided in Tsukuyomi, because I wanted to show it against 1000 high restrict. So then he set the card. I use Nobleman and I tried to beat with Blade Knight, but he used Scapegoat and then Metamorphosis. He snatched the spy. Then I went for duo, and luckily I discarded Storm, and he decided to discard Metamorphosis, and then I decided to use Tsukuyomi. Fortunately, he had Book of Moon, so I set my Tsukuyomi. So I immediately lost my Tsukuyomi. There I attacked for... I decided to kept my exile just because he's a good out to 2000 I restricted, so there was no reason to waste it. I drew for call, no out for the grid. This was quite frustrating. You know, when warrior, you can side out a lot of traps, as I did, but it's quite difficult to warrior to play against royal decree, even though you side out a lot of traps, just because in warrior traps are useful to destroy, such as choose Sakuretsu, or Ring, or Mirror, Torrential, are useful to make a huge card advantage, and in particular destroy annoying monsters. So it became very difficult to deal with opponent's card without traps. And in this situation I was quite unlucky because I didn't see possible outs, because no breaker, no typhoon, no heavy, and also no Mobius. I went for 1800. I took my damage, and he summoned Kaiku. Okay. Fortunately, he decided to summon Kaiku. It was a great play for him. So I could not summon immediately Black Cluster Soldier. I have to waste my exile fort, because I knew that he had Tsukuyomi, so there's no reason to set Reaper, just because he could summon Tsukuyomi, set his 1000 eye, and steal my Reaper, and next turn and do it until I had no monster in my hand, and attack with Kaiku. So I was forced to use Exiled on Kaiku in order to summon my Black Cluster and banish his 1000, just because I was not afraid of future 1000, because he had 3 metamorphoses in the grave. So there was just Snatch in his deck. Good draw. Upstart into pot. Fortunately, he drew my counter, so it's just, I don't know. It's a good card against warrior. I don't know, but he's a good in this situation. He's so good because he's a 1-for-1, very strong. Then he discarded me knock. Not the best card in this situation. Then I decide to set Reaper. Okay. Let's see where I did nothing. I think yes. Now I think that I was waiting for a better. Maybe in this situation I forgot that I had a Ring of Destruction set, because I could. I kept my Mobius just because I thought that okay, I cannot deal with Reaper, but I had a Ring of Destruction, so I could summon Mobius, destroy two of his traps, and attack the token or the set monster, and then set my back row in order to deal with a possible Tsukuyomi, for example, with Sakuretsu, and maybe restore reborn swordsman level 2 with Call of the Haunted and beat the set monster. There I think I did a great misplay, because there I use Rota and take. I took my Donzalug because he can attack. He can attack and every card, because he has enough attack level. Just for Tsuyomi was not good, but he was good against Tsuyomi because it is a warrior monster that has 1500 attack. So I went for him. I beat the token and I decided to set Call of the Haunted because in this situation, I said, okay, next turn I would like to to tribute Donzalug, summon Mobius, destroy the 2 traps card, then use Call of the Haunted and beat one of the set monster and avoid the activation. But he resolved Metamorphosis and decided to go for a Reaper. Then I drew a Breaker and I decided to do this play, and this play led me to lose this match because I destroyed Royal Decree. I used the Exile to destroy 1000. Sorry, Reaper. Just because I was thinking that I would like to destroy Terra with Sakuretsu armor. I said 2 and pass. Okay, then he decided to set 2 cards. And destroy the 2 set. Now, why I lost the match there? Because if if I had summoned Mobius with decree, I wouldn't have to worried about the set trap card, the possible set trap card. I wouldn't have to worry about a possible scapegoat, because he had 2 or 3 monsters. So there I made the misplay because he activated both traps. So drew 1 and destroyed my Mobius. Then I drew Kaiku and summoned it. Where I made a misplay because I or I, because I knew that he had Tsukuyomi, so it was quite useless, because he could summon Tsukuyomi, set Kaiku, banish, and go for a chaos. So huge misplay there. There I cannot. There I cannot do anything, because I knew that I couldn't use the ring. The only card that could lead him to the victory was a Chaos Monster, and I couldn't use a ring on a Chaos Monster, so I decided to not use Solemn. Then you go for Eevee, and just to be 100% sure, and you won the match. Now third match. Okay, as I learned from the previous matches, I kept Typhoon. I kept Typhoon because I let you show, because when I play against Decree, I have to keep the out and don't waste it, such in this situation. This is the situation. So during standby phase, I was thinking if I had to use Typhoon. Fortunately, I decided to not use it and go for level 2. I moved Spy into defense, just because it's difficult for Chaos Control destroy Spy. He resolved Jar, and then Degree. So I played very well in this situation, and with this too, I literally won the match, because I could beat with my 3 monsters. I'm not afraid of set monster. I'm not afraid of chaos monsters. I'm not afraid of scapegoat, and I could use Typhoon to destroy Decree and protect me with these 3 cards. So better than this, there's nothing. In fact, I won the match. So I think I played very well in the first match, less well in the second, but in the second I was also a little bit, just a little bit unlucky, because I drew the out for Decree too late. But as I showed, there's always the possibility to learn as I learned of not waste your typhoon, maybe, or maybe the important out that you have against um, against a particular card that you suffer so much, because warrior suffers so much. Even though you put out every traps, you suffer because you need the traps in this type of deck. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and we will see for the next match.